Hi there! Today I am going to show you how to assemble your Minion with all their arms and legs and the overalls. So I got most of it together. I have yet to do an arm. All those black circles you see is the feet, and I have yet to put the legs on it. So I'm going to start with the legs. I got some black yarn here, and this is my leg. So I'm going to be making this black part here. I know black yarn is really hard to see on camera, and I apologize. So first off, what you have to do is make a magic circle, and with a 4mm crochet hook, just connect it there. Chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. And then double crochet inside the magic circle once, 12 times, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now here is the only difference between the legs and the arms. When you go to make the arms, you're just minusing the last two. So there's only 10 double crochet in the magic circle. Now drawstring it closed and slip stitch it into the top of the third chain. You can do the third chain, or I did the first double crochet. I know it's really hard to see. Again, sorry about that. Black yarn's a pain. And then once you've done that, you go into the same stitch that you slip stitched in, and you single crochet in there, and you do that all the way around. Count 12, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Once you reach there, you'll see your work is starting to curve. It's awesome. That's what you want. You want it curved. Go into the first single crochet that you made. Sorry, having issues. And slip stitch it. Now for this part here, you need 2 strands of black yarn just to make it a little bit thicker. What I do is, using the same yarn, actually just fold it in half. I don't cut or anything. Grab both of the strands of yarn, and pull it through. Then I take the one that was connecting and pull it tight. Again, I realize it's hard to see on black yarn. Go into the next stitch, well, the same stitch you have to single crochet in, and you want 12 again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and last one, 12. Slip stitch into your first single crochet that you made with the 2 strands of yarn, pull through, and pull through again. Right here, this loop, if you fold it in half like I did, cut it in half. So you have 2 danglies. Cut all other remaining yarn and sew in now before you go further. Sew in all your ends. So when you do, it's going to look like this. Now, start off where you left off. And I believe that is right here. Oh, back up a second. I forgot to mention. When you are done sewing in all your ends, you need to turn your work right side out. Sorry about that. So there's the nice design. This one is not the nice way. I don't know if you can make that out. Not the nice way. Turn it right side out. And this is the right way. Now, find my end. I think this one's it. Grab some blue yarn. I make a slip knot to join my yarn. And again, this is the leg that you are assembling. Put it on the hook and pull it through. Then do a slip stitch. Issues. Then in the same stitch that you did a slip stitch in, put the tail over and single crochet on top of that. You want to single crochet around, so count it off, 12. So I'm on 3. Just go over your yarn to hide it, then you don't have to go back and sew it in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it looks like I have an extra stitch, but I don't. This is the slip stitch I did from the previous row. So go into the blue, the first single crochet that you did, and slip stitch in there. Chain, slip stitch through, and single crochet in the same spot. So 2, again, 12 single crochet all the way around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So now that you've made it back to the beginning, apologize if I went off screen a few times. Kind of boring part anyways. Slip stitch through the first single crochet that you made and join. Now in this one, you are going to not do a single crochet, you're going to do a decrease single crochet. So pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop again, and there's your first single crochet decrease. Next, single crochet 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now in the next stitch, you're going to pull up a loop because you're decreasing again, single crochet 2 together, and go into the next stitch and pull up a loop again and pull through. Continue single crocheting to the end of the row. And now you should have 10 stitches instead of 12. Again, it'll always look like there's one extra stitch, but it's the slip stitch from the previous row. So you slip stitch in there. Chain one, and then you single crochet again all the way around. 10 stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and slip stitch in the first stitch. Now I'm not going to bore you and single crochet the next, I don't know, 4 rounds, is it? Row 7 to 11 you single crochet. So this is row 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, you single crochet. When you get to the 12th round there, you chain up 1 like normal, and in each stitch you 2 single crochet around. So each stitch from the previous row is going to have 2 single crochet in there, and you go all the way around. So again, this is just a demonstration. This is not actually where you start to do the 2 single crochets in each single crochet from the previous row. When you do it properly, it will look like this. And then you're going to want to stuff it. You can use yarn, cotton batting, whatever you want, whatever is lying around, old pillow even, I've done that. Now, the reason why I did a flare at the top, like this, is because when I sewed it on, I wanted it to look like it's flush, with the rest of the body. I didn't like that little dangly leg action going on like this, looking like it's going to fall off. So that is the leg. You've already seen me demonstrate how to do the overalls. So what I'm going to do is, I've already sewn on the pocket for this overall. I'm going to show you how I sewed it onto the body. So take your Minion, find the back. Okay? The one with the pocket goes on the front. The one with no pocket goes on the back. What you're going to do is find where you started your first blue row there, blue round. And once you find it, that's where we're going to place the overall. And there's no nice side to this because it's just the same stitch on both sides around. Take it, line it up, and sew it on. This is going to be how you center your Minion. I'm just putting a needle there to say it's sewed on for now, because that'll take a little bit. Then you sew it on right here. Now once this is centered, and this is centered, find the exact opposite, and center the other little guy. Again, fold it down, and sew it on like this. It doesn't matter if the stitches line up with the stitches on here, just make sure it's even to the back, like this. So just take that out for a moment. Now let's pretend that this is sewn on. What you're going to do is take your blue yarn and fold it in half. Go to the top right hand corner and the top left hand corner of your work once it's sewed on and not before, because it won't exactly work out. Some people stuff the Minions fatter and some people stuff it not as much. So pull this through and just one right there. I do 10 first, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to pretend that this is sewn on like that, and then the back one was sewn on. See how it doesn't reach? This is why I was talking about your how much stuffing is in your Minion. If yours was skinny, you just use a little bit like that. If you like it tight around like this, I don't like that because it doesn't make the proper shape. So you need to judge the distance by yourself. You keep chaining until you meet the other side. So that's how you attach the overalls. Once the overalls are attached, again we're pretending because I didn't have one ready to go, you can take your one-eyed one or your two-eyed one, whatever you want to do, and attach it. Make sure that, in my case, I sewed these two together with the silver yarn. I also added 6 single crochet inside a magic circle and sewed it on top of the eye pattern, which is already in the instructions. Go to my Facebook page, Mrs. Lavigne Creations, at facebook.com/Lavigne Creations to get the full written pattern for free, of course. So once these are sewed on, you've got to find the center of this. So once you find the center, take your black yarn, which I use for a project and need to undo now, and you're going to want to slip stitch all the way around very, very loosely, because otherwise it'll look like its head's popping off. Pardon me. So you don't really need to make a slip knot here. Again, just my way. So we are pretending that these eyes are right here. And right here, I'm going to say is the center. So what I'm going to do is go as close as possible to that eye. Find a row that looks like it's even to the eye. So I'm going to say this one. Go through that single crochet. Put it on and pull it through. Leave yourself a bit of tail. Not this short, longer actually. If not, you're going to have to re-thread a yarn needle and go through. So now I've slip stitched it on. Go through to the next set, like this, and pull through. And you're slip stitching all the way around, so this row will keep even for you. Remember to do it very loosely, because again, it'll look like its head is popping, and you need to be careful of the cotton batton coming out or yarn or wool while you're crocheting. Me, I don't care when it's for my own relatives as much as I would for someone else. So just keep going all the way around, and you can see how that is making the head strap. So I'm going to take that out because I still need it to demonstrate some other things for you. So I'm going to show you how to do the arm. So, oops. This part, you need to make a magic circle. And again, it's always with the 4mm hook. You're going to chain up 3 and double crochet 10 inside the magic circle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then you're going to close it and slip stitch it into the first double crochet or the first chain 3, whichever is your preference. Go through, and you're going to do the same thing as the leg, exact same instructions, you're just two less stitches. So single crochet around 1, 2, 3, 4. Do it over the yellow, hopefully you can see it a little bit better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Slip stitch it into the first single crochet that you created on that round. And then fold your yarn in half or add a second strand, either or is up to you. I don't like to cut a strand because otherwise it's a waste of yarn if you didn't do it properly. So just take the 2 strands and pull it through as is. So now I've got 2 strands on my hook and I'm going to single crochet, around like this. So there's 1, so there should be 10 stitches at the end. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see how when you fold it like this, you can still take it apart and you don't have to worry about losing out on any yarn. And then you slip stitch it closed. You'll still lose out on yarn, just not as much. Like this. That's it. Now you're going to cut all your ends. And this is the loop I was telling you about to cut earlier. That was the double strand I folded in half. Take your needle. So for the very bottom, you drawstring it closed. This is how I do it. Wrap the yarn around and put a strip through the yarn needle. Make a knot and push it through again. And I take all these other ones here. You gotta remember your project is still inside out right now, so don't worry too much about it. You don't need to knot these because it will not pull open. Take the double strands of yarn. You got to do them individually. 2 at a time just doesn't work. It's harder to pull it through the strands of other yarn. Last one. Alright, now just cut your ends. Now this is the wrong side. Turn your work inside out. So this is the arm, the hand of the arm. Now you're going to take your yellow yarn. This one I'm using is pale yellow, actually. Oopsie. There we go. You're back. So make a slip knot with your yellow yarn. Now I'm going to move this out of the way so you could see it a little better. Take your 4mm crochet hook again and find where you left off. I can feel the knot here, so I know where it is. And slip stitch it on. Crochet over your end just like you did the leg. In the same stitch that you slip stitch, single crochet 1. Go around and make sure that you have 10 single crochets. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, and 10. And again, it will look like you have one extra stitch. You don't. It is the slip stitch from the previous row. Go over it, go into the first single crochet you created, and slip stitch it closed. Chain up 1, single crochet in the same stitch as the previous row, and go around and continue on. You will have 10 stitches again. So there's 3, 4, 5, 6, oops, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's my slip stitch from the previous row. Now I'm going into my first single crochet. I work fairly tightly, so it's hard to crochet in my stitches sometimes, especially when you're not me. So we are going to decrease now. This is the 6th row, the 6th round. So the first one, second one, third one was the 2 strands, 4th one was the yarn joining, 5th one is 1 row of single crochet, and the 6th one is a decrease. So pull up a yarn in the first single crochet, go into the next one, pull up another loop while keeping the other 2 on your hook, and pull through all 3. We've now completed a single crochet decrease by crocheting 2 single crochets together. Single crochet in the next 4 stitches, 1 in each. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now you want to single crochet decrease again. So there's 1 loop you pull up and go into the next stitch and pull up another one, and you made another single crochet decrease. Continue crocheting to the end of your round, and now you will have 8 stitches. Slip stitch into the next stitch. I messed that up, I single crocheted it. Slip stitch, yes, listening ears, and single crochet in the next stitch and go around and do it again. So crochet, single crochet 8, so there's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Slip stitch in the first single crochet you created in that round, and single crochet in the same slip stitch, and keep going around till you get to the very top. Now unfortunately I can't remember at the moment because I don't have the pattern in front of me, even though I created it, so not looking too good there. When you get to the top, it's the same thing as the leg. 2 double crochet, or sorry, pardon me, 2 single crochet in each stitch around to make this flared edge. And then you will take it, again, it's not this short, it's supposed to be longer, and stick it on and sew it onto your minion. So yeah, that's basically it. So next up is the hair. What I did for the hair, oops, sorry folks. What I did for the hair was I took my leftover scraps here, Doesn't matter what size they have. And just do the same thing you would do for, say, fringe for a scarf. Go to the top, go through the back of there, and fold your yarn in half, pull it through, and make a slip stitch. Once that is through, tie one knot, and cut it to the length that you want. There you have it. Hair. Now for the face, for the smile. I'm not cutting this yarn because I don't want to waste it. Just sew through like it was a cross stitch. So this is going to be the beginning of the smile. And then go through there, through the back of your black, and make your smile. Don't go inside the stuffing, use the stitches you already have made. Go back over them if you need to. Again, make sure you sewed on the overalls first before you do this. So you could do it like this, for example, for a smile. I'll be taking this off because I didn't find out where the center point was. But you get the point. Cut the yarn here, and just sew your ends in through here. Or else the other thing you can do is take your crochet hook, stick it in the back of them, and pull your yarn through like this. All the way through, and then just cut the end that's sticking out. But this guy's coming apart. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I can't recall anything else that you wanted me to explain right at the moment. I'd already sewn up the bottoms of these new guys before I thought to explain it in the video. So next time, for sure, I'll have to explain it a little better. Sorry folks. Check me out on Facebook. It's Mrs. Lavigne Creations at www.facebook.com/Lavigne Creations. Thank you so much for watching.